Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I kind of want to. This is going to be a very, very different video compared to what I usually come out with in terms of, you know, just gaming videos related, or just content creation overall. This is kind of like a rant slash vent video. Some of you guys might like it, some of you guys may not. I'm just doing this just to have some sort of transparency with you guys in terms of what I've been up to for the past week. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna be totally transparent with you guys. I got COVID.
You know what you have to do.
No.
The experience from COVID that I got was absolutely awful. I would never wish COVID upon my greatest enemy, honestly. The thing about it is, for the first day, I kind of worked throughout the entire day. I was at work, and it just felt like I wanted to rest my head constantly. I started feeling symptoms. I started getting cold chills. I started, getting massive headaches, and the occasional cough here and there. And from there on, I felt like I already, might have gotten COVID. Mind you, that my other family members have also gotten it as well. I was the odd one out when we did the COVID tests, and it was surprising that I didn't have it. Maybe even doing the tests afterwards. Maybe like afterwards, I may have gotten it just due from contact with them. It's COVID overall, when it comes to your families and stuff, it's just a shitty thing. Like, COVID is, man, fuck COVID, man, fuck you, dude.
Well, excuse me, but fuck you.
How it made me feel overall was it just made me feel just super awful. The first day was probably the worst. I'm sure it is. It's normally like that for everyone. But the first day was crazy for me. I have asthma and my immune system's pretty bad, so when it comes to those kind of things, it honestly felt like my lungs versus Mike Tyson in a boxing ring for a whole hour. And that's pretty much how day one went for me in terms of COVID. And after that, it just felt like I was sick regularly. Like I had the I was congested, anything like that, sore throat, pretty much. And I am still currently in the recovery stage process for COVID. I'm sure. I don't feel like I have it anymore. Obviously, I'm just doing my due diligence to isolate and such. And given the certain scenarios and circumstances I'm dealt with, it has just been a super awful experience all around. Trying to tie this into, a bunch of life shit that's going on as well. I do have to, over here in Canada, at least, we have multiple driving tests kind of thing. So we have our G1, which is kind of like your regular permit license. And then we have our G2, which is kind of like the road test, or not kind of like the road test. It is the road test. And the G is kind of just like a full wrap-up session of knowing kind of like everything, taking your car on the highway, all stuff like that. I'm here to do my G2. My shit is expiring by the end of December. During that time, just before I did get COVID, I planned everything out so I would be able to, do my driving test, get that shit out of the way, because I've been super fucking loafing on that shit.
Why?
And, one thing led to another, and the time crunch going on, I ended up, opting in for a driving lessons package, and doing the driving test and booking my own the G2 driving test. Long story short, because I got COVID, and I just wanted to be considerate of the driver's feelings, I did message him. I did talk to the driving school, and I told them that I did have COVID. they told me to reconnect with the guy, the guy that's doing the driving lessons. They gave me his phone number and everything. I reconnected with him, and he gave me some like half-ass answer about he's going to talk to the driving school, something like that. He talks to the driving school, but gives him a completely different fucking answer. And now when I say that, the man didn't want to do driving lessons with me anymore.
What do you mean, sir?
In fact, the driving school called me afterwards. Sorry. The driving school called me afterwards and said, listen, you know, I know you have COVID and everything. And mind you, I told them first before they told me to reconnect with the driving instructor. And they said that the driving instructor no longer feels comfortable doing lessons with you. Understandable, you know, totally understandable. However, this fucked me in the long run because then due to the time crunch of everything, he essentially, because it wasn't within the 40-hour time frame of everything, and it was past that I couldn't reschedule my G2 driver's test, and that I would have to pay additional kind of out of pocket to reschedule that.
I want my money back. This is a swindle.
You know, better than nothing. Then again, I haven't had any, you know, comfortability or driving experience for a long time now. So it's kind of, you know, it's kind of just a huge fucking time crunch at the end of the day. So that shit happened along with COVID. And, you know, spiraling kind of thing. It just kind of left me unmotivated to kind of do anything, you know, to do any studies, to even video edit or anything like that, or even to play video games in general. I swear I there were times that I got on to play, you know, maybe Modern Warfare 2 or, you know, League of Legends here and there. I'd play a game or two and I'd feel like not playing anymore. And it just really sucks how, you know, one thing can lead to another and you end up just losing all the motivation that you kind of pent up for a long period of time. It's slowly starting to come back. I'm slowly starting to kind of edge into things, guys.
Well, I don't know about Mr. Lau's travel arrangements, but I'm sure glad he's back.
I do want to apologize here in terms of the lack of uploads. I'm going to try my best to see if I can work on another schedule or get that shit together, so that way I'm able to upload as frequently as I do say, which is at least one video a week is kind of like how I'm doing it right now. And things to expect in the future. There will be some Warzone content. I will be looking to do that. I am looking to revisit some older games that I used to play in the past. Like, I know that the game's dead, but, you know, maybe H1. I absolutely loved that game when it first came out. I know that there is still a little community audience behind playing H1 still, but, you know, it's never going to be the same, obviously. Games like PUBG, CSGO, things like that. Some games on the older kind of side that I wanted to kind of, you know, rekindle or revisit and see what we can do there in terms of content creation. But with that information, thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for listening to my little rant and vent here. And, you know, wherever you are in the world, I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening. And I will catch you guys in the next one.